I'd like to show you a Lightroom feature that will prevent you from blocking shadows and blowing out highlights. It's the ability to show clipping. On top of your histogram, you've got these two little triangles. And for the life of me, sometimes I have a hard time figuring out whether I've got clipping enabled or disabled. So the easiest way I know to do it is one of two ways. It's either go to View and Show Clipping, and see when I do that, there are little white rectangles around each triangle, or I can use the keyboard shortcut J to show clipping. Let me show you what clipping will do. Now, I've talked about setting whites and blacks, and always set whites and blacks with the Option key pressed. Alt on a Windows machine. And this shows me whether I've clipped anything or not. Now, let's say we go out of this panel, or we use a different control where we don't have the option to show the overlay. Let's kick vibrance up too far. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's go down to the tone curve now and increase the brights. And see, we get to the point where we've actually got a red overlay that shows I'm clipping highlights. And if I go down here, I see a blue overlay that shows me I'm clipping shadows. So I'm just going to reset this. So I recommend that you enable the ability to show clipping anytime you edit an image. I'm going to go back and I'm going to reset this because I've done some pretty hideous things to it. Yeah, it was the vibrance. If I set the vibrance back to its default, it won't look as hideous anymore. Let me just show you one more time what will happen if you go too far on the tone curve or with any other setting. See that red overlay starting to appear on the buildings? And now you see the blue in the shadow areas. It shows I'm clipping shadows, and here I'm clipping highlights. So there you have it, highlight clipping, a very easy way to stay on top of your editing and make sure you don't clip any shadows or highlights.